Uh, you guys, after the conference championships and kind of, had, 2 weeks to kind of get ready now for regionals. Obviously, regionals important because there's athletes, runners that want to go to nationals. So talk about the preparation now that this event means so much, knowing that so much is on the line.
Yeah, well, I guess looking back a little bit at the conference race, we were a little bit flat generally. Still had some good performances on the men's side. But overall, I think it was difficult heading down to where it was hot because we're so used to kind of the nice weather up here. But we've kind of reflected upon that. We placed farther back than we were hoping to. Our goal going into it was to try and place top 6 teams on the men's side. We've maintained that goal, and we're going to try and translate that forward into regionals and to pick off those teams that placed ahead of us at conference, namely Stanislaus and Monterey Bay. Monterey Bay kind of snuck in ahead of us too. So our goal is to try and get back to that 6th place finish within the conference. We lack a little bit of depth this year. We're kind of in a building period, so we're looking forward. We're going to try and run our best and get back to that 6th spot, but we're excited. I think it's going to be a better venue for us up in Montana.
Were you with the group that went earlier in the season? I think was it
to Minnesota?
To Minnesota.
I was, yeah.
So having kind of got on the plane, made the trip, how will that help you in terms of preparation, kind of getting on the plane and then traveling quite a distance to compete?
Yeah, well, that certainly helped. It's always tough to have to get up real early on a Thursday and drive all the way down to Sacramento to fly out and then hopefully take that next Friday to kind of get back to the normal vibe of things, get your run in, preview the course, be able to go over where you need to be, various locations and stuff like that. So Minnesota was a good kind of preparation event for us. That was a really competitive race. So regionals isn't going to be quite as big as that. But I think as far as conditions, it'll be pretty similar. It was looking like it might be muddy. There was the possibility of some rain on this Friday, but we're not quite sure if it's going to kind of clear up a little bit. But we're used to that. We run in the mud and some rain out here all the time, so we're kind of prepared for that kind of an event. But as far as the travel and everything, I think we're all prepared for that.
Sure, there's teams that are going into there really confident, teams that have won a lot of events or that have good season. For you guys, you said that depth of concern, but for you guys just being so hungry, for this and knowing what's on the line, does that kind of help you guys out in any way?
Yeah, definitely. I think going into this season in particular, we knew that we were limited with our numbers, and a lot of our kind of main strength comes from the younger classmen, lower classmen, and freshmen, sophomores, and stuff like that. So we recognized that maybe we wouldn't have the same expectations that would be placed on a really old, kind of heavy-handed veteran team. So I think that this is kind of the best time to have blowout performances. The expectations are maybe not as high because you want to be realistic and see what you have. But I think when you remove some of the expectation, it lets some athletes perform much better. There's not all the pressure and everything. You can kind of just go out there and compete. So I think it's going to be a good race for us, especially having a little bit of a down race at conference. We're going to kind of come back full circle and run really well.
And you said you're a senior this
year? I am, yeah. So this is my final cross season.
Yeah, so as a senior, obviously you don't want this to be your last event. You want to have there be another one, but has that kind of set in yet, that knowing that you don't want this to be your last?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely been kind of a long time coming. I'm a transfer student, so I haven't been able to compete in too many races as a Harrier. But I'm really looking forward to this last one, rounded out with a 10K. Be able to travel somewhere cool. It's going to be fun being out in Montana. But yeah, it's definitely real. I think at this point, it's not so much that I'm nervous for the race itself because I've been running races for so long. It's just I'm excited to be a part of this team and the guys that I'm running with. So I think it's going to be a good special event.
Great. Well, good meeting you, and good luck this weekend.
Okay, thank you very much.